What's up, everybody? It's PrimeTime Sports Podcast, brought to you by Digging in the Crates, the Hooker and Max Show. It's your boy, Filthy Franco.
And your boy, President Elon.
And, man, we got a special treat for y'all today. So the point of this whole show is about HBCU sports. You know, because of COVID, can't even cover it right now. But we got a special interview with a great Aggie legend, man. 2,784 rushing yards in his 4 seasons, including the junior and senior year, with a total of 2,196 rushing yards and 2 Celebration Bowl victories. We got Marquell Cartwright, man. How you doing? Man, thank you so much for coming out to the show, bro. It's an honor, bro.
Okay.
Man, I'm telling you, when I was a senior in high school, I watched you in that 2017 Celebration Bowl.
Word.
Right, yeah, man. That was I was already coming to A&T, but man, you don't know how excited I got after watching that game. That put the stamp. I was so ready to come up here, man.
Oh yeah, that year was one lit year, boy. I tell you that.
Yeah, bro. So man, let's get ahead and get into this interview. You know, because of COVID, you know, the NCAA has moved the FCS season to the springtime, even though, you know, they kept the FBS going on during the winter. How you feel about that, man?
Man, it's really like we don't know until we figure out to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and actually see how it goes. This is gonna probably be the first time it's ever been done. So it's like, you know, what the players want to do, you know, and what would be beneficial for players or athletes. So it's kind of like a tough thing until you actually see it happening, what they do with it.
Sure.
Yeah, man. I really don't, you know how it's going to go. I'm a little concerned because, you know, it's kind of close to, you know, the Senior Bowl. They got the combine don't happen too far long after the spring, and the draft not too. You know, it's all so close. Sports. It's all on top of each other. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you got the FBS people rested. You know, their season ended at the beginning of the year, and now your season just starts. So I'm a little concerned about that. But, you know, that also gives the FCS a chance to get in the spotlight because Lord knows it needs that. That's definitely possible.
Big time.
They're big time. So, man, you came right after. Well, you went there. You came a year after Tariq Cohen, right?
Yep.
So you know we all know Tariq Cohen, Aggie legend. You know, prolific. You know, drafted by the Bears. Unfortunately, he did tear his ACL last week. But fortunately, he got that big contract the week before. So
man.
He got the signing bonus guaranteed. And everything. So guaranteed. So you know, man, you know that's a huge act to follow. You know. Right after that, you rushed for 2,196 yards in the 2 seasons following his departure, man. So I think you filled out that role pretty well, man. Back-to-back celebration. So I mean, how did it feel? You know, back in what was it, 2017 when it was your first year after he left, man. Like I know this was big shoes to follow. How was the pressure, man?
Man, I knew like you know the year before, like all right, Tariq about to leave. I know somebody got to, you know, take off the spot where he left off. And then I'm like, shoot, it's going to be me. And I can't go out there and let nobody down. So, man, I remember that summer, man, I went so hard. Went so crazy. Got my speed, just got everything together. My plan, you know, just to make sure I don't disappoint anybody. Once, you know, I became the starter. And, man, that was, and then you see what happened here. We went 12-0.
Yeah, man, undefeated,
and then we won the championship. You know, so it was just
man,
that was
2017 up there with all the HBCU legendary teams, man. Crazy year. I mean, it was like it was bittersweet because it was like, dog, I just missed it, but y'all followed up with a great season. Only was in 1 game.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, it was just a 21 total rushing touchdowns those 2 years. Yep. Man, you did your thing, dude.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Sheesh, it was, you know. It was just an honor watching you, dude.
You was just out there, man. That it was your last season, and you wanted to finish. You know, you wanted to finish big. Yeah. But once it ended, how did you feel?
Man, it was like heartbreaking and breathtaking at the same time. Like it was like, oh, okay, breath of fresh air. Like, dang, college ball is over, you know. But at the same time, it's like, dang, I'm gonna miss this. You know, I miss the boys. I miss playing in Aggie Stadium. It's like, so now what? But like, yeah, man, it felt real good, you know, because I know, you know, we had a rough year my senior year. You know, we lost 2 games, crazy games. Yeah. But you know, I just wanted to at least finish out with a championship, make it to Atlanta, get a ring. Sure. And God made a way for that to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Morgan State and FAMU, man. Yeah. Thank God FAMU was on that band, man. FAMU was on that band, man. Woo.
Boy, but it was real at that time, though. But I was just happy to be able to finish off the way I did, you know, just being able to win a championship as a senior. You know?
So it's every senior's dream playing a sport, no matter what. Senior year, when I go out with that ring,
you gotta end it with the bang, man.
So,
and end off with 2 rings.
Quick question. So, I always heard about you even in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You were certainly there when Broadway was there.
Oh yeah.
Coaching. Take us through. You go from high school, you go to A&T, you go from Coach Broadway. How was that different? Because I know you may remember. I remember everybody was frustrated when Coach Sam Washington took over. Tell us a little bit more in depth what you got from Broadway and how that maybe was a little bit different in Washington. But as you said, y'all end up winning the bowl game. So what was that like for you?
It was coming in under Broadway, my first time, first college. I'm coming to college, my first time having a college coach, which was Broadway. He was a tremendous coach, man. Like nothing like it. Like just the way he was so organized with how he had his players and coaches. You know what I'm saying? It was just amazing, like how much respect and what he just whenever he say something, it happens. And but now. It wasn't a different change. It wasn't a big change because Coach Sam Washington has been with Broadway forever.
Okay.
And they've been winning championships together, whatever, coaching. But when Coach Washington became a coach, you always get to where some older guys, like, dang, he the head coach now. And, he wasn't the head coach before. And, like, some of the older guys that wasn't his position coach probably never got to spend a lot of time with him. And, that kind of, might, make a person gotta warm up to you, you know what I'm saying? Because, like me, I'm with Sean Gibbs. That's just saying if the running back coach became the head coach, the defensive players don't know, got a relationship with my running back coach, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of, warm up, because you start to spend more time and talking and, doing things with a lot of players now, instead of just your group, you're a head coach. And that's just more, you just gotta give time for the interaction. And the planting that seed for it to to win championships and win games coming up. So I think Coach Sam he pretty much did that. That year we daggone went whoop ECU. We had Jacksonville State.
Bring me my money.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, I remember that. Bring me my money.
Tell them to bring me my money.
It was just like, when things click, I mean, wasn't nothing else to say, and nothing changed. It was just, we just had to warm it up, get it right, and start getting that train rolling.
How was he like as far as academics? Was he big on that? Because I seen that go from here to up there. And that was one of the things that I followed you guys by, being on the field, started building relationships with the football players. So how was he on academics? That's just my last question. Let them go.
Man, that was one of the top things we had to do because that coaching staff came to the school due to poor performance in academics. So he was there. I think around there was I forgot exactly what year they got there. I think it was like 2 years before I got there, 3 years before. But they was on the rise as I was coming there, and I seen that, and then I seen how hard they, dedicated they took with dedication and football. Like this is a must. Ain't nothing but work and football. Schoolwork, football. Let's get it. Let's make it happen, and no excuses. And they was big on it, both Broadway and Washington, and plus the team that they had around them, all our academic advisors like Katrina Allen, Miss Ella. Like all the academic advisors, they are on our butts. Like they come out there to the practice and be like, need you to get right. We got championships to win, we got games to win. So pretty much everybody who has a part of the academic, the academics in the on the teams or any teams, with all athletics, they gonna make sure we are on the right page to be able to be successful. To be able to be eligible to play, regardless. They want to make sure we're eligible and make sure we ain't got to worry about no hiccups, So that was one good thing about, the staff at A&T with academics.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah, man. That's the coach you want, dude. Like, sometimes you hear so many, like, with these major schools where you got all these academic violations, but, they covered it up. You know what I mean? I love Chapel Hill, but they even had a problem with that their
remember
basketball
that.
team.
We already know
that.
I remember that, man. It couldn't. That thing wouldn't die down for years, but. But yeah, man, that's what I love about going to HBCUs, man. You got people that genuinely care about you because, you know, they see themselves in you.
For
sure.
You know,
facts.
From skin color to the inside. So, you know, that's one wonderful thing about HBCUs and specifically, you know, Aggieland.
Exactly.
Number one in the
Number
country.
one in the nation.
Not even just a nation, not just the world. Number one in the world.
In the world.
But yeah, man, you know, got a couple questions for you because we know you're a busy man.
Facts.
So, you know, in February, the school announced that it would be leaving the MEAC and be joining the Big South. So, spring semester will be the last season in historic MEAC conference, and just so many memories, classic battles, rivalries, so much culture, everything, history just left behind to join, you know, this up and coming, well, not up and coming, but this bigger conference with a lot of promise for, you know, just the promise and the potential of this school. Because, you know, it gets to a point where when there's only two, maybe a third team in the conference that can actually stand with you. You know, you gotta move. But even still, you know, there's still the culture and the history. How do you feel about that move from the MEAC to the Big South?
Man, it's really tough. Because, you know, I love the MEAC. Like, shoot, I played in the MEAC. Like, all I know is the MEAC teams we played. But, like, it's good to always see who we can compete with. You know what I'm saying? And they say, you know, we trying to move bigger and better. You know, but it's like it all got its pros and its cons. Like, it's great, but, you know, we want to try to build our own conference that we did, you know, we were in. And it's just like, it's kind of like it's a two-way go with that thing. Like, but I'm ready to see, you know, where it takes us, you know, and how athletics and A&T itself improves on, you know, in the future. So I'm ready to see.
Yeah, it's exciting, but very heartbreaking at the same time.
Exactly.
It's bittersweet. It's real bittersweet.
I mean, Eagle Classic, man.
We'll luckily we, you know, you get the non-conference games in the beginning of the season. So hopefully we still get at least that. But I mean, it just sucks. You know, we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing Campbell for homecoming. You know, no battle of the bands in the stands.
So yeah, that's one big thing. I think that's gonna kind of hurt.
You know,
the culture. I don't want to say culture, but it's gonna be a different.
It's going to be
the vibe of the fans.
You know, you're not gonna get those, you know, the black folk from North coming all the way down.
Like, you're gonna have a lot of little different mix going.
You know, that whole time gonna be not black. I was saying, but it's not gonna be
a connecting wave all the way across the stadium.
But that's always a good thing, and it could be a bad thing. Like I said, at the same time, you know, we want to always start diversing everything up. But, like, you know, but this is HBCU. This is what we foundation, you know, we foundated, you know, our ancestors.
We made the MEAC, man. We made the MEAC. We made people who paved the way for us to get to this point, man.
But it's because of people like you. You dominated the MEAC, so now you had to take us out.
Yeah, man. Come on.
So that's all it's kind of
you. It's kind of your fault, man. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. No one should stop you, dude.
I mean, if I was them, I would want us out the MEAC.
I understand that. I understand that. I think that, look, you should got to just plant that seed and play and wait your turn to win. Right. You got some good players. You got to win.
I mean, yeah, you got a point, man. We got to this point. We wasn't always like
this. We really wasn't. Like, y'all was beating us at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
man. I can remember when I first got the A&T back in 2005. You know, people used to stand outside and just tailgate. You know, and I remember I went to a game, halftime. This is when Coach Fobbs was there. And you talk about order, wasn't no order. I remember this kid taking his whole shoulder pads off and was like, I'm out of here. And then the positive thing is, I went to practice one day, you talking about Coach Gibbs. I came to the practice one day, and Coach Gibbs looked over at me and said, Mr. Barrett been to your class today? I said, yeah, he comes to class, but he don't do his work. And I can remember, I think it was a defensive coordinator, the one with the beard.
Mm-hmm.
He told this kid, he said, "Oh, if you don't want to do the roll on the ground,"
Mm-hmm.
he said, "you can take my equipment off and go back to Fayetteville right now."
Yeah.
But the part I got out of it is his teammates came over there and was rolling with him, and I was like,
Respect.
that's straight respect.
Yeah.
And he told straight up, "You can get up, you can take my equipment off." And I said, and actually I was standing next to Coach Walther. I said, "Man, let me stand back, for they tell me to get off the field."
Yeah,
But-
you know how
but-
that do. You know how that be.
Yeah, but for me it was very welcoming. Then it got to the point to Coach Gibbs and them would tell me, Coach Washington came over to me. He said, "Professor Hook, you about the only professor to come out here and watch practice." And it was like I felt a connection with y'all, so that's why I would always try to catch you walking. "Hey, Cartwright, what's going on?" I can remember I said, "Man, what's up with Coach Washington? Why he won't give you the ball?" And then I remember the next game. I mean, you just took off. So
Yeah.
I guess that had to. I guess what I'm asking is that, do you think that would empower players if instructors like me or others would just take an interest in you guys other than just football players?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would, because I mean, people be wanting to see, like, okay, if you, like you said, you spent your time, you could be doing something else. You come out there to check out students and just checking out the team. And then the students, we see that, the players see that. We like, oh, they go teacher right there, professor right there, whatever. But we see that, and then we just like, oh man, he really cares. He trying to come check on us, make sure I got my stuff right, reminding me, look, make sure you turn your stuff in. Like,
Yeah.
That's a connection. Real recognize real. So it's like that right there really would help. Help a lot of young kids, teenagers, athletes, students, whatever. Because athletes go through a lot. There's a lot on their plate. Practice, football, people. It's just a lot. But once they know that somebody's for them and just want to make sure they okay, it helps in a certain spot.
Yeah, because I felt kind of like, they would say, "Hey, Coach Hook, Mr. Hooker, we got a game this week. You gonna be there?" And I would feel like, yeah, I'll be there instead of just, lying to them. Then they're gonna be like, "Oh, he ain't."
Yeah,
but when I would,
they're gonna lose down.
Yeah, and then when I would stand on the sidelines and when they come out the tunnel, they'd be like, "Look over there," and then it's like, okay, he's standing out here watching us. But then when it comes to classroom, I say, "Hey, football's over with. It's time for the real work." And I had one student who I'm very proud of. That was Leroy Hill. I mean, he was tough.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Well, Mr. Hooker, you tripping, man." But then I watch him walk across the stage. So
yeah, you got to watch him grow.
Yeah.
So that's
Go ahead.
Yeah, man, y'all are so much more than athletes. So it's it's the best when you hear professors like that, man. That people that actually care about you off the field. So many of these big D1 schools, it's that you're just an athlete. You get in, do your work, all they'll do, maybe they'll provide your meal, and that's so you can stay strong.
True.
That's for workout.
Yeah, that's for workout purposes. That's not for you.
Yeah.
It's not for your stomach. That's for your muscles, bro.
Development.
So yeah, so it's always refreshing, hearing professors like Hooker, man. But yeah, since graduating, I've been hearing you've been doing some things. You're trying to get things off the ground, man.
Yes,
You want to tell the audience what you've been up to?
So, man, I mean, right now, since all this stuff been going on, I've actually started my own pressure washing business. So I've been, pressure washing houses, buildings, private owned gas stations, any company, any place, sidewalks. I clean it up, pressure wash it, and then I'm trying to get it to go commercial. So that's my plan by next year, to be able to have workers doing that, and then be able to contract other jobs, and I can be able to have workers go out and complete it. So that's what I'm working with. I'm trying not to be working by the age of 30 something. I'm gonna give it 35. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a plan.
I don't want to have to work.
It ain't never
more.
too late. Man.
You know what I mean?
That's a
plan. That's a plan.
But yeah, regardless, dog, that's what I want to do. Have just something I can build. You know what I'm saying? So
sure.
Yes, sir.
Man, thanks so much for coming on, dude. It's been an honor.
Any coaching aspirations in the future?
Man, I had a lot of opportunities. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But I feel like maybe in the future, but right now, coaching takes a lot of time. That's a lot of time and dedication. Like, basically, if you're a coach, you're a player too. You got to be there every time they there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like right now, I'm just trying to work on that business and all this stuff going on. I'm like, I'm gonna try football one more time. I'm gonna work on this business at the same time, and then maybe later on down the line, if I get to find a little place or somewhere I feel welcome to coach, I might just do it. So
yeah, one more question for you. We know that PrimeTime Deion Sanders is the coach at Jackson State. Put yourself back in your senior year at high school. What do? Do you go to Jackson State because Deion is there, or do you say, okay, is this program going to benefit me, or do you say, you know what, Deion is there, this is going, or do you explore other options? If you were given that, if Deion Sanders came to your house and said, Mr. Cartwright, we'd like your services at Jackson State, how do you handle that situation?
Me, honestly, I still would explore my options. I wouldn't base it on who is where, because at the end of the day, that person could leave by the time you graduate or, finish developing and try to be who you are. They could be somewhere else coaching. So it's like, I literally was trying to choose other schools. I wouldn't commit until I visit all the schools that was offering me.
Okay.
And they was like, boy, you better take that off, do something, And I'm like, I want to visit this school still. I want, I visit A&T, but I still want to just at least see the other schools. I already knew in my mind I wanted to go there.
What were some of the other schools, if you don't mind?
It was like Delaware State. It wasn't no big schools, but I did Delaware State, Winston-Salem State. I went to had an offer from Pembroke. Pretty much, NC North Carolina Central. I had them too. But I got to visit all these places. And every place, every school did not meet my standards or, the team. I was like, man, look, I like A&T. I like, what they got going on.
Something about that Aggie pride.
Yeah, something about that Aggie pride.
Just imagine a reality where he's an Eagle, man. We got Marquell Cartwright running all over.
I mean, maybe one day he can be a Philadelphia Eagle.
One day.
I'll take a Philly Eagle, but not an A&T.
And the reason why I was asking that question, do you think it's important for, we know that there's going to be a plethora of athletes wanting to go to HBCUs given the climate.
Exactly,
but are you hoping that they don't get it misconstrued and say, I'm just going to go there because it's great that they're going to these HBCUs, but I'm just hoping that they won't get starstruck and say, well, Deion Sanders coaching here, Cam Newton is the coach at, to get caught up in saying, well, I'm going to go there.
Because of who is the celebrity or person there with the big name.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that I would do that. I really explore my options and wherever I feel comfortable. Like, whenever I see someone planning on committing or making a decision, I like, man, look, just take your time. Don't rush it. Wherever you feel comfortable, just always think about the future or the outcome, what you think you can build or whatever decision you're making. And I mean, that's what I usually use, and that's what I use. And look at this, something great happened. So,
for sure.
Yeah. So I was loving it, man.
Yeah, man. We really appreciate you coming on,
appreciate it, my guy.
It was a great honor.
Great.
It was a great time. You're welcome back here whenever you want to come, bro. Just hit me up, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
man. Hey, President Eli, can you hand me that gym bag?
Oh, that boy got a gym bag. An old gym bag.
What in the world you got in here, bro?
Ooh.
Stink.
That don't stink. Come on, dog.
Man.
You got an old camera in here, bro?
Ooh.
Bro,
Man, just hand him my hand, man.
I don't even know why.
Y'all talking about this thing.
Man, how long you been having that bag?
That's not like hard work and dedication.
How long you had that bag?
We got a football here. It's time for a Filthy Franco flashback, man.
Oh, what?
Back on October 7, 2012, man, we're going to flashback to Percy Harvin of the Minnesota Vikings, man. Touchdown off of a screen pass. Yeah, that's a real flashback right there. That's my 12th birthday, man. Off his kind of touchdown off a screen pass, man, with some nasty juice.
You remember that?
Yeah, we cut that.
3rd and 5. The Titans have been in some one-sided losses, and they got to keep it out of the end zone. Nice move by Harvin. Percy Harvin, touchdown! What a play!
Munchak was right about his defense. They are really struggling to tackle. Percy Harvin right off the wing back. He's going to come out. One missed tackle there, 2, 3.